we've got so many different things going out there need to take care of. And the other thing is too, I know I need to get a haircut, which I get to do tomorrow, which means I will be fantastic looking. At least that's what I tell myself. But anyway, let's take a look at the chat list that went out this morning before 8 o'clock. Several different topics on it. One, the Green Beagle in Chatham County, question about that. They apparently are going to be on the east side of Pittsburgh, just north of the 64 bypass. So, but it won't be accessible from the bypass, but we'll have more information on that. Kara Dudley from the Chatham County government sent out a notice. Chatham County Department of Social Services seeks to increase awareness of elder abuse. So there's a community event coming up on that June 9th. That will be showing up on the Chatham Journal website. Have not gotten that out because that press release came out from Kara the day before yesterday. Well, yesterday actually, so it showed up this morning. There's also a Run for the Wall cross country motorcycle run that's coming through Siler City. Again, we try to stay Chatham-centric on the chat list. If it doesn't have to do with Chatham County, it's kind of like, hey, there's plenty of other online venues where you can talk about all this stuff to your heart's content. We got one email sent in yesterday concerning national politics. I just wrote them back saying, hey, there's lots of other places you can talk about it. We concentrate on Chatham County. I don't want to be a triangle chat list. Don't want to be a North Carolina chat list. I don't want to be a USA chat list. We stick to Chatham County. But this is a nationwide ride, but they are coming through Siler City. When are they coming through? They're leaving Asheville. They're departing and will reach Siler City on, I need to get back to that one. Yep. We'll get to Siler City. We are supposed to hit Siler City on the, when are they supposed to hit Siler City? On the 25th. There we go. They're going to stop in Statesville at 9 a.m., depart from Statesville and hit Siler City about 12:05. They're going to go to Journey Church, have lunch at Journey Church, and then depart via downtown Siler City, Chatham Avenue at 145. So that's coming up. You folks who are riders out there may want to take a look at that and watch them come through town. Doc Dykers, he posted, if you guys tracked, and we put this information out there, the election results, Chathamcentric election results from Tuesday's primary election. And they found that, in Doc's opinion, the most important was that in the Siler City municipal election, the carpetbagger were shown the exit decisively. So if you look at those results, actually the 4 that were from the so-called unity group, I think all of them got like 10% or less of the total votes. So the voters in Siler City have spoken. There are a lot of concerns. Chatham News and Record did a really nice job digging into the mismatch, the non-transparency, basically the gobbledygook that group put out, and with no backing of it, and caught them in a bunch of different lies. So good for you, Siler City. New foreign language class coming up at CCCC Pittsburgh campus. There's information on that. Classes start on June 7th and June 6th, so you can find information on that. Also, there's Taking Care of Your Blood Pressure series. That's coming up. Let's see where that's going on. It's the Chatham County Ag Extension Service. You can, there's supposed to be 5 in-person classes. Seating is limited, so you need to sign up for that. So if your blood pressure is running a little high, it's what, way higher than 120/80. I think that's the correct measurement. Maybe this is something you want to check into, take some preventive measures. Mr. Nabuku writes back in. He is on a roll. He writes in about a wasp that he saw inside his house and how he was just swapping around. You got to read his stuff. He does some nice stuff. Also, last night, the Northwood Athletic Department had a Charlie Awards presentation. They gave out 32. I mean, they picked coaches picked an athlete from each one of the athletic teams. There was also a best athlete, best male and female athlete of the year, best male and female team of the year, So that was nice. I had an opportunity to live stream that. So if you want to see that, go to the Chatham Journal Facebook page and you can see that. If you have a family, if one of the kids is a family member or a friend of a friend, share it with them. The other thing is it's about an hour and a half or an hour 45 minutes, so you can fast forward to it to get to the parts of your favorite athletes. And the other wrap up, as I mentioned, is Eric Andrews and I sat down and we talked about what's going on in the real estate market here in Chatham County and how folks from outside of Chatham County and outside the state are finding Chatham County to be a real bargain for them, but what is forcing for folks who've lived in Chatham County for a while to look at it and go, oh my gosh, prices have really risen. Some folks have actually thought about, hey, I can sell my house for more than twice what I bought it for. But then, as Eric points out, they kind of forget that if they want to buy a new house in Chatham County, that price has gone up as well. And if you're just trying to buy land and build, well, supply chain issues. You may not be able to get permitted and get your stuff to start building until 2023. So keep that in mind. You talked about some of the houses that he had listed last week, and they range anywhere from a single wide on 3 acres of land for $150,000 to a 3,000 square foot home with 13. I think it was 13 acres on the Wake Forest, on the Wake County border. That was like $2.1 million. So there's a huge range, but you don't see too much on that lower end. Let's take a quick look and see what's going on Twitter. Remember, on Twitter, we have two accounts. We have at Chatham Journal, and we also have at ChathamNC, and we also have at ChathamNC Sports. So a lot of stuff that's going on here. Big county, don't have the opportunity to cover everything in the county, so we have a tendency to look and see if there's stuff we can retweet. Coach Keenan over at Northwood is doing a fantastic job. He just had Coach Goebel from NC State stop by, and I will say this about Coach Keenan: he knows how to get the word out. So there's a picture of him doing the NC State Wolfie sign, and got a picture and tweeted it. So if there's other schools out there doing it, get that stuff out there. We'll retweet it on either our ChathamNC Twitter account or our ChathamNC Sports Twitter account. So that information is going out there. EDC, Chatham EDC is looking for a project manager. You want to take a look at that. Cora Food Pantry's on a roll. They're getting food in. They're reaching out because, hey, times are tough. I mean, inflation, gas prices, holy cow. I mean, $4.40, $4.50 a gallon. Oh man, that, I tell you what, it hurts me, but I know it hurts my kids. And I know it hurts a lot of low-income folks. And some of those folks that are working and having to get to their job, you're burning up a whole bunch of your money having to pay for gas. So Cora's there to help as needed. Let's see what else we've got going on here in the on our Twitter world. Actually, it's interesting. Here's an amazing election preview that sounds like an episode of an Andy Griffith show. Strangers come to town, Siler City, run for office, make outrageous promises, and lose. So, yeah, that happened in Siler City. Also, WCHL reports that the Diamond Hills pitching staff this year has Davis Palermo, who's actually a Pittsburgh native and a Northwood High School graduate. It's nice to see kids that have gone to school here in Chatham County succeed at the next level, whether it's D1, D2, D3. So we're really happy about that. And we're going to take a quick look at this up with our Facebook page, looking at the Chatham Chatlist. Again, just about every day you'll find something that we've reposted from the Chatham Historical Museum. Love that site. Debbie Ruse takes a picture. She claims it's a picture of the demo garden at Chatham Mills, but I think it's actually a picture of her new RAV4. But you can take a look at that. Just kidding, Debbie. You can take a look at that. We've got that live stream from yesterday's Charlie Awards at Chatham Ag Center. Let's see right there. It starts off with Cameron Vernon talking, and Erica Nettles, who graduated from Northwood, and I think she also graduated from college just this year, was the guest speaker. She just kind of reached out to the kids and say, you know what, sports isn't always easy School isn't always easy, but you can learn to balance those out and be successful. She actually tore 2 ACLs, one playing basketball, and then when she came back, and she also played volleyball, she tore the other one. So she was out of sports for about 1.5 years. But hey, she was successful, got to play sports in college, and has graduated. So Erica, I know your mom did a fantastic job. I know she's proud of you, and folks in Chatham County are proud of you. I think that's it for today. We're going to wrap it up. We're at 11:14. As your time ran a little bit over the 10-minute mark. That's a goal. It's not a requirement, but it's a guideline.